Hey, time now for our full forecast with meteorologist Garrett James. I know we're going to see a partial eclipse, about 50% of the sun being covered. You going to see it for yourself, Garrett, if the weather allows?
See, and Brian, that's the catch-22 here. It's if the weather allows, but yes, definitely going to try and see it as long as the cloud cover doesn't really get in the way. However, before that, we're going to have to deal with some wind. Still seeing some windy conditions out there, still have the advisories in effect until midnight tonight for the western part of the state. However, let's focus on the warnings, the high wind warnings. They're going into effect at 6 o'clock in the morning. We'll be looking at 35 to 45 mile per hour sustained winds with gusts between 65 and 75 miles an hour being possible. So very strong winds tomorrow, and even in parts of the little tannish color right there, still looking at advisories. That's going to be from 10 to 9 tomorrow as well, with the same criteria that we saw today for the advisories out west. So we're looking at another windy day ahead of us. Thankfully, the winds have calmed down for the most part. However, Cedar City still shows 51 mile per hour wind gust. However, the surrounding area shows a little bit more calm at this point in time. Let's take a look at the radar. We can see it shows, just a little bit of activity just between Logan and Salt Lake City up in the mountains. However, most of this activity, it's still out west, and I anticipate it's going to stay out west for a little bit longer. If we take a look at the futurecast, it shows that this precipitation, it'll start moving into the area starting around lunchtime tomorrow. However, it's once we get to about Saturday, that's when I'm really anticipating this to really ramp up, so to say. However, it's not going to be until about lunchtime on Saturday that we start to see it really move into the area and build up, and then we fast forward and we can see it continues over into Sunday morning, but after that it pretty much tapers off, and then we can see some building precipitation Sunday afternoon and evening out west. That moves a little bit further to the south with the low pressure system. And then by Monday it does show maybe a little bit of wintry weather could be possible in the higher elevations, but for the most part pretty dry. But we will have to deal with some cloud cover on Monday, so just take note if you're trying to view the eclipse, there is going to be a little bit of cloud cover. Let's go ahead and take a look at expected snowfall totals. We can see northern mountains 6 to 12 inches, central and southern 2 to 6, valleys mainly looking at rain, if not 0 to 4 inches will be possible, and then mountain valleys 2 to 6 inches of snow going to be possible. Temperatures out there right now still in the 60s for a few places such as Ogden, 65 in Salt Lake City, 66 in St. George, 62 Lake Powell, 66 in Hanksville, 57 in Moab. But lows tonight show that we will see colder temperatures slowly sink in. 47 for the low in Salt Lake City, 43 for St. George, but highs tomorrow show only the 50s for a few places and the 40s for the higher elevations. Over the next 7 days, we're going to be looking at quite a few changes. Tomorrow, 57, scattered showers. Then Saturday, 46, mixed showers. Then slight chance for a little bit of precip Sunday and Monday. Monday, we can see partly cloudy skies with that slight chance for a little bit of rain. St. George, on the other hand, isolated showers both Friday and Saturday. Dry Sunday, slight chance for a little bit of rain on Monday. Mostly cloudy skies. Then the 70s on Tuesday and Wednesday. Then take a look at Thursday, about 83 for the high. Brian, over to you.
80.